Hello everybody, Mike Lowe here, simsportsgaming.com, and after a very quick and short poll, we are going to be jumping back into our MLB The Show franchise slash slider discussion slash whatever MLB The Show stuff we'd want to talk about. A couple things just yesterday or the day before, I forget now. I've been working on kind of a version 1.6. I took a solid week break from this game, just kind of getting a little burnt out. I don't see 1.6 up here yet, so let's see. Hopefully it's getting good ratings. Yeah, it is. Oh, wow. Really, really good ratings. So I uploaded version 1.6 a few days ago there, and 72 downloads thus far, 100% rating. That's awesome. And again, I super appreciate it, so thank you. It's appreciated because it just helps more people find this slider set, and it's just kind of the more eyes we have on this, the better we can make the slider set for everyone who's using it. So really, I think the gist of those changes in 1.6, you should start seeing more swings and misses from the AI, but still being punished when they do make contact. It's not a complete feast or famine situation, but again, just by lowering the CPU contact, even at 1, with it being on legend difficulty, it can still be very, very punishing. So we're luckily seeing some of that. Perhaps we might, over a longer sample size, might be seeing too much of that, but I know a few people have been looking for that to kind of rebalance their just kind of their franchise stats and so on. So again, just like anything, just keep an eye on it. Moving things around a notch here and there isn't going to impact anything, just as much as I'm a different player than you are, right? So we don't all play the same, otherwise they wouldn't need tuning sets. So that was a big change. We did bump up fielding errors a little bit. I truthfully wish I could bump up all of the errors like a half point. I didn't want to put all 4. There's 4 error sliders, right? There's 2 throwing and there's 2 fielding, all for outfield and infield combined. And I didn't want to bump up all 4. The most common errors that you typically see are going to be infield fielding errors. You rarely see outfield ones. And actually the game does a pretty good job of those. You'll see those balls kind of rolling past a kind of a bad corner outfielder, and it'll get into the corner and things like that. And throwing errors, again, they still happen. I would say the next one, if we do bump up another one, it would probably be infield throwing errors. But again, I wish there was like half points for these, because I'm not seeing a terrible amount of errors, but I am seeing, not enough. So I'm 30 something games into this franchise, and I think my team's got like 13 or 14 errors. You should be seeing about, 0.5 per team. And the easiest way to obviously do that is if you get 1 error per game combined, between the 2 teams, then you're probably at a pretty good pace. That doesn't mean every game is going to be, one team has 0 and one has 1. You're going to have some games where a team has 3, or both teams have 3 and 2. And you might go a few games with neither team having any errors. So that's just all part of just how that kind of stuff goes. And again, the importance of using a large sample size, obviously. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel. That's me the best way to get pinged when these are going live. You can also follow me on Twitter, MikeLowe47. But 1.6 is in the slider vault here that you're seeing on screen. The details of that set, because I can't include every little thing, like I can't physically adjust your difficulty settings and the screen settings that I used. All of that information, if you'd like to use it, is up on Operation Sports. And that is on their MLB The Show slider forum area thing. So that's where you can find all that. So very, very cool. Just because I was cracking up when I started the game, I got awarded a pack. I'm a whole level 51, and I always laugh at all these, like, I don't laugh. It's just for me, they just seem silly, but all these, the super popular YouTubes, people streaming and whatnot, doing their pack opening. So here we go. Look at these great cards I'm going to unlock, guys. We got a 63 Victor Gonzalez. Oh, my goodness. Who could it be? Who's the last one? Oh, it's Kevin Newman. He's a 75. So, again, that was super exciting. Thanks for watching that stream. Let's jump into franchise. We haven't streamed this game in a while, so let's see what's been going on with the Tigers. I've been streaming a lot of actually PS3 games. I've been having a blast playing kind of the throwback NFL head coach game, the NCAA 14. We have similar to this streaming threads going on for both those. Those are both coach modes, though, so I'm not playing the games. I'm just kind of calling the plays, but those have been really, really cool. So here is what's been going on. We're about a week into May. God, we are just a super streaky team. So Last time I streamed was, my goodness, probably around here or something like that, right? So we lost 3 out of 4 to the Yankees. San Diego, we took 2 out of 3. Then we played the Yankees again, and these were in New York. We actually took 2 out of 3. Went to Kansas City and again lost all 3. So I'm like 0-8 or 0-9 or something against Kansas City this year. We've had a 2-game series, and finally the Tiger bats are starting to come alive a little bit here. And this is not in Colorado. These are games in Detroit. So 5-3 win and then 11-5 win. That's, I think, by far the most runs we've scored this season. As I flip back, I think it's the first time we even gotten the double digits. So a really kind of a big game, just to kind of get some momentum for the Tigers. And so again, this was using version 1.6. And if you're thinking, oh gosh, I don't want 11-5 games. Well, they happen all the time in baseball. I remember watching a Tigers-Mets series a few years ago in real life, and it was a 3-game series. And the Mets, I think they swept the Tigers, and they scored like 38 runs, and I don't know the exact numbers, but I mean, it was crazy. Like, they kicked the living tar out of the Tigers over this 3-game series. It was a number of years ago. It was in Detroit. I remember that. But the Mets came in and just crushed them. And like the Tigers scored 5 runs or something over those 3 games. So like every game was like 13-1, and it was crazy. And of course, there's no sliders in a real life game. So don't let games like this kind of freak you out or anything. But you can see there the Tigers are at 17-19 now, having won 2 in a row. So today's game will be a chance to get us back in there. You can kind of see where we're at here. Victor Reyes cooling off a little bit, but he did have a hit here. He's at 263. Harold Castro has found his way into the starting lineup. He's just been too good for us. He had another 3 hits. Miguel Cabrera still does a pretty good job of driving in runs every game, but just still sitting on 0 home runs for the year. Deathridge is the guy we just brought up. Death Rage, I think, was probably his nickname. But he's just been a pinch runner for us as we've had a couple injuries that I can show you. CJ Cron starting to come on a little bit, but still hitting 184. Scope has been hurt the last couple days, just a little day-to-day injury. So he has not been in the lineup the last 2 days. I don't know if he's playing today or not. I don't think he is. Christian Stewart's still been cold, kind of a feast or famine guy. He'll either hit a home run or strike out 3 times like he did this game. Nico Goodrum, again, just really in there for his defense at shortstop. And Cameron Maben, actually, 2 home runs, so he's continued to be hot. I've moved him down in the lineup, oddly, just to kind of give us a little bit more lineup balance. So we have some guys who are threats down in the lineup. Jake Rogers, again, we just haven't had many good options at catcher. And Jordy Mercer, again, just been kind of a nice, kind of quiet hitter, but again, just trying to balance out the lineup a little bit. He was batting last there. So we had 6 walks, 9 strikeouts. 6 walks is a lot. That doesn't happen every game for me. They were starting like the number 4 starter or something, so he just wasn't very good this day. But we had 4 doubles, 2 home runs. So again, a really nice ratio. There's only been a few times all year where I've actually had 2 home runs in a game or more. So not a lot of power on the Tigers. You can see their starter just had a really rough outing. Their bullpen didn't do a whole lot better. If we look at our pitchers, Jordan Zimmerman continues to be just quietly really good for us. This is his, probably his best start of the year, giving up 2 runs over 6 innings. He struck out 7. He has really strong control. So again, the 1 walk's pretty standard for him. I think he even has the control artist quirk, I think. Alex Wilson did not pitch so well. And then Ramirez, who's our kind of our backup lefty, our little lefty guy, we'll bring in relief time, gave up a home run. And we actually gave up quite a few home runs this game. So again, if you're worried about, not giving up enough home runs in a game or whatever, you can look here. They had 3 home runs, 2 by McMahon. Arenado hit 1 in like the 9th inning. That was just a bomb. Like, it was just crazy. And I think that was his first hit of the series or something like that. He had gone 0 for up to that point. So yeah, I like the sliders, and I've gotten some feedback from people on the Sim Sports Gaming Discord, or people who've messaged me on Twitter and things like this, just saying that they really like the changes 1.6. And obviously, as we saw, I never really checked the vault until I jump on live. One of these days it's going to burn me because it'll probably be like 40% rating or something. But nonetheless, it's I'm happy to see that 100% voting says that they like this. I feel like some like freaky control country or something that makes everybody vote one way, but I do not do that. So I appreciate the support, and I think that's super cool. So that's what's been going on. I don't think there are any other sliders to really make mention of. But yeah, I mean, this 1.6 is exactly what I'm using here. The only difference is adjusting that trade frequency for depending on the month. And again, that's optional. You can, all this is optional, obviously. So, but that's just what I do is each month I will increase the trade slider all the way up to the trade deadline. Standings, you can see the Tigers still hanging in there, 4 games out of first. As far as the wild card, we are nowhere near it, but oh wow, there's just a lot of teams really close. Look at this, 1.5 games out of the wild card, so we're certainly still in the mix. You can see the runs scored though. Look at this. I mean, we are tied with the Blue Jays for probably dead last in the American League. Runs against 147. We're third, so again, the games we win are pretty low scoring. So that's been kind of the tale early on. We're 5-5 in our last 10. We're only 7-14 in the division because of those 8,000 losses to the Royals. 10-8 at home, 7-11 on the road. For some reason, having trouble in night games, but again, just really, really small sample sizes. So that's where we are looking. We'll see any changes to the lineup. I mentioned Harold Castro coming up. Jordy Mercer does not bat there. It's just because Scope is still hurt here. But yeah, that's pretty much been our lineup. Again, rotating the catchers. Candelario I've started to put on the bench just because he just wasn't doing anything. He will bat against lefties, though. So he's kind of splitting time with Christian Stewart. And like I said, Scope is just out for another day or so. We'll see pitching. Anything to report here? I don't think anybody is new on the pitching staff. Nope, same old. Vizcaino continues just to be lights out for us. He's the leading all-star getter for closing pitchers. And I've talked about him a few times on the different streams. He's just been awesome for us. He's 12 for 12 in saves, 15 innings, ERA of 1.15, 23 strikeouts in 15 innings to just 2 walks. I mean, he is like better than he even was in 2018. So, just doing an awesome job here. So, but again, you're going to probably see a few more walks. And the walks are really, there's just not a slider that's going to like perfectly guarantee you like a realistic amount of walks. It's really up to you to try and get the AI to chase and to throw them balls. And that's one of the reasons I try and do, I will max out my pitch effectiveness because it also matches out your pitch risk, right? When there's 3-ball counts. And that's just something I do. Again, it just kind of helps to, keep things a little more interesting, I guess you could say. So let's see here. I'm trying to make sure I got the YouTube app working here. My internet has just been so lame lately. I don't know what's going on. I just want to make sure the stream's working. Can someone just type something in the chat? Because like it's not pulling up on my phone. I want to just make sure I'm not talking to dead air. Testing. Anyone out there? Give me a hello. I just can't tell if this is my super slow internet or what. Internet's just been super boggy lately. So anyway, I'll wait for that. Hopefully we can get people connected here. Also bumped up the AI or the user's pitcher stamina a little bit, so that should help. Should also even help with those strikeouts for starters. Okay, nothing crazy there. All right, just trying to make sure the connection's still working. I'm worried that no one has typed anything in yet. I must be talking to myself today. Or it's just my crummy phone. Because now that I turn off the Wi-Fi, it looks like I am connected, so... Yeah, it looks like we're good. Okay, oh, and now it's thanks, Badger. Yeah, it just wasn't, my phone wasn't connecting at all. Okay. Yeah, pitcher fatigue does die quick, or it can. And again, that's one of the reasons why we popped it up just a little bit. Cool. All right, well, let's jump in. So we're facing Kyle Freeland versus Michael. Actually, it's not going to be Fulmer. It's going to be Matthew Boyd today. I'm hoping on the off day that I have coming up tomorrow to get my rotation kind of back in the proper order. But let's take a look. This is something I recommend everybody's taking a second to do. Is just look at the pitcher you're going to face, right? So first thing that kind of stands out, he's not very good. There's really nothing that's even above hardly a 50, so he's susceptible to the home run. And I like to just kind of see if the stats are kind of showing me the same thing. 35 innings pitched, 4 home runs, that is quite a few. But he's done a pretty good job with his ERA. Strikeouts to walk ratio is pretty decent. So he's actually been a little bit lucky because his fielding independent ERA is significantly higher. His home runs per 9 actually isn't terrible, especially pitching in Colorado. And again, almost a 3-to-1, but more of a 2-to-1 ratio there. So yeah, definitely hittable. He is a lefty, so we'll see Candelario playing today. Performs better on the road, so we'll have to see how that goes. If you look at his repertoire, again, another thing that's helpful to look at the beginning of a game. A lot of pitches that are roughly the same speed, that's very helpful. A couple fastballs and pretty traditional breaking pitches. So not a whole lot to report there. And again, he'll be going up against, it's actually going to be Matthew Boyd. These ratings fluctuate a lot. These are dynamic ratings throughout the season. So looking at these guys each start, it never hurts. But you can see he's regressing a little bit. It's no surprise. That's why the Tigers in real life should have traded him at the All-Star break last year, and they didn't. I think he's been struggling for us, so he has not been super good. But a lot of that is just me just having trouble with his timing for whatever reason. His delivery's tough, and I've seen some other people say the same thing with Matthew Boyd. Just his timing's just kind of weird. So he has an even more. He has a higher home runs per 9 than Freeland for the Rockies, 4.74 fielding independent ERA, and again a pretty bad ratio there. So we'll see. Maybe this is the game he's able to jump back into things here. So should have scope back, I think, after today / the off day tomorrow. So that will be helpful. So is it going to be Fulmer? I'm sorry, yeah, Matthew Boyd. That's what I just said. Oh, I'd like to check my bullpen too. Everyone's pretty much available, so that's for maybe Alex Wilson. So Matthew Boyd. One thing I did notice, the AI, so if you ever do this, like, oh, I'm out of order, and I hope the AI is picking up that I'm switching, like, say, between a lefty and a righty. They do, right? So check this out. So if I hit Michael Fulmer starting, they're going to have Chris Owings in the leadoff spot, Daniel Murphy batting second, Arenado third. Let's see if that's the same if I go with Boyd. It actually is. But anyway, you'll see if you look at different teams, you can actually check to see that they will adjust their starting lineup based on who is actually starting for you. So kind of a cool thing there. So our lefty lineup here. We're going to take Castro out, although he might have to play today. We're a little bit short on guys. So actually, yeah, he will be playing, but and I actually don't mind him batting second. He's just done a really nice job for us. I'm going to move Victor Reyes down to 6. Decisions. Let's see. Yeah, all right, I'm good with that. Go Goodrum in left field today? No, let's not do that though. Oops. Looks good. No, he's going to stay on the bench for a little while. It's just how it's going to go. Well, yeah, Badger, I mean, you bring up a good point. Freeland going 17-7 and then going 3-13. I mean, it's just, they talk a lot about how starting pitchers' ratings or stats don't, for like home and away, or what am I saying? Starting pitchers, like win-loss record doesn't mean a darn thing. It's much more dependent just on how the team is and whatnot. So looking at those, more of the kind of advanced metrics and stuff is going to really show you if those seasons were similar or different. Let's turn off the... Alright, here we go. See the Tigers can creep back towards 500 again. Well, it's got to start turning around again. It's very early, just 7 starts. Typically your starters will be anywhere between 30 to 35 starts in the season or so. A long season. Pace yourself. Best advice I can give you. Don't play when you're rushed.
Leading off for Colorado, the center fielder, number 12, Chris Owen.
Well, let's see how the 1.6 sliders do here in their debut stream.
First pitch, 111.
Too high. Ball.
Batting second, the first baseman, number 9, Daniel Murphy.
So you can see I'm hitting the meter early. Something I do a lot with Boyd. There we go. Just missed. I use commentary sometimes. Sometimes it helps me to focus. Sometimes it distracts me. It just depends. I used it yesterday for the first time in a while. So there you go. Swing and misses, right? You're going to see more of those.
I got 3 and 2.
So here, you really have to be honest with yourself. I mean, if you want to walk people, you got to be able to throw 3-ball pitches out of the zone, which is what I'm going to do here. And that's okay. Sometimes they swing, sometimes they'll put it in play, sometimes they'll take the walk.
Batting third, the third baseman, Lowe Arenado.
Well, he obliterates left-handed hitting, so... Lucky there he didn't swing.
One ball, 1 strike.
Now that would have hit him on version 1.5. So the pitcher consistency slider. Gave that a bump, even though we put user control down to 0. Gave the consistency a bit of a bump. But that's a pitch right there where you can see those sliders being different than one another.
He's safe.
He's not our strongest defensive catcher there. What's up, Daniel? No, this opens up the base. Yeah, I mean, not playing around with Arenado. The runner in scoring position, especially with the lefty on deck, lefty pitcher.
That is full. The right field.
That's 2 walks. When's the last time you had 2 walks before you had 2 outs in the first inning? Again, sometimes it's up to how you're playing.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Quite the fancy play by Miguel Cabrera. There is a version 1.6. I did hear about PGA Tour 2K21. I'm super pumped. We have our own golf club society going on, by the way, Sim Sports Gaming. So join our Discord. You can get in that, or just look us up in the golf course society area. It's been really cool. I'm through 2 rounds. I'm in like 2nd or 3rd place. I need to play the other 2. It's just once a week, so it's just a 4-round tournament once a week. It's super fun. That game's awesome. Like I've said it before, I honestly think that's probably the best sport game I've played the last few years, even though golf isn't, my favorite sport necessarily. But yeah, really, really cool. And it's just a really fun one to play online with people. Yeah, I hope it's as good as the NBA too. But I mean, golf club's already really good. So I just hope they don't change too much. Jordy Mercer's been a nice little player for us. He's been on the trade block since the start of the season.
Oh, that pitch is out.
Ooh, jamming a little bit, but muscled it through.
Batting second, the left fielder, Carroll.
Now that's probably an out on default. Fielder reaction, down 1 notch. Let's some balls like that get through.
Ball 1, no strike.
This guy's got a little hitch in his delivery. I've mentioned on some earlier streams, again, just think of it like a pitching machine. Don't worry about his delivery. Just wait for the ball to leave his hand.
That's ball 2.
And Daniel, we didn't miss too much. I think we just put that up yesterday, version 1.6, so very, very new still.
Ball, that's in.
Looking for something low and outside, actually, just to try and stick with his hot zone. Nothing's come out there. I might just take a pitch here.
Ball 4. Take the base.
All right, well, we're off to a good start.
Batting third, the first baseman, Miguel Cabrera.
Just no home. He drives and runs for us, though. And with him, I'm typically just looking for something over the middle, and I'm just looking to put it out there towards that Tiger logo. I mean, that's basically where I'm aiming, right center field. I shouldn't say aiming, but I mean that's kind of what I'm looking for. So just even being a little bit late on a fastball, it's okay.
Here he goes.
Ooh.
That's in. Ball 2.
Not enough speed to try and tag up there. There's our scrubby lineup. We saw it earlier. A lot of guys still trying to get out the gate a little bit. He'll come around though. Barely a month into the season, just over a month. Ooh, goodness. But that was a slider. This one over top of it. Oh yeah, good pitch. Not thinking it was going to be there.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Jake Rogers.
Just had a hunch to put Rogers up. He's got decent power. He hasn't really shown it. Just kind of hunch, let him get a shot here in the middle of the lineup. Oh, goodness. Taking some terrible swings. Gets out of the jam. Both pitchers get out of first inning jams.
Leading off for the run, the shortstop, Trevor Story.
Hey! 0-1. Inside, ball 1. Ball inside. No, inside. Nope. Ball 4.
It's 3 walks already. Not a terrible guy to walk though.
Batting fifth,
Him and Arenado against lefties are just scary. Their ratings are like 99s. It's a much better matchup here.
He's safe. One zero. That's ball 2.
Goodness.
2-0.
What's that? With a tight strike zone.
One strike.
Little Bud Black.
He's out. He's out.
That is seven. The second base.
2 double plays.
Brendan Rodgers.
Oh, that's going to be a triple. Nope.
Batting in. The left fielder. Number 1.
Hey, they fixed that graphic. Remember last year, I always cracked me out. They always have the player, the team logo next to every name. It's like they're all on the same team. That's good to see. Base open, right? It's always worth taking a look to see who you want to face. I'm okay going after Hampton. It's got to make good pitches. Uh-oh. That was a hanger.
0-2. One ball, 2 strikes to count.
Daniel, I've been back and forth with power. I've had it at 4 and 5 mostly. Here we were at 6. The studio themselves, they are patching power a lot. That's like the thing that I see patch. Really, one of the only things I'm seeing patched a lot, at least. As far as gameplay goes, it's just power. As usual, when the game comes out, it's really jacked up to get people excited. But yeah, so it's starting to calm down a little bit now. Oh, good grief.
Batting 7. The right fielder.
Rockies would be a fun team to like relocate. Again, just seeing how they'd play in a different stadium.
That's a ball.
Nice they put relocation in. Again, I wish they had more of like a 2K share. And I wish you could make your own stadium.
Aye. Nope, outside.
Beautiful pitch.
Thank you.
Top 5. I mean, I don't know if I could rattle off 5 of my favorite or least favorite, but I mean, no particular order. For favorites, I mean, I like Comerica, Petco, PNC. I even like US Cellular Field, or whatever it's called now, and where the White Sox play. I used to live pretty close to there, just kind of north of that stadium, and I've always said that's like the best stadium to like run and use the restroom in between innings. Like they have like you can run, use the restroom, get something to eat, and get back in your seat all in like a commercial break. Like it's super efficient. And I haven't been there in a number of years now, but so again, just different stadiums. Like I think Petco Park's got some of the best food. Sorry, did I say PNC? I meant AT&T. The one in San Francisco. San Francisco is probably the prettiest stadium I've seen. Just all around, just really, really beautiful stadium. Least favorites, I'm probably in the minority. I would say Wrigley Field's probably my list of least favorites. I know it's a classic, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you need to go if you're in Chicago, but like, when you live in Chicago and if you've consistently gone, it's just not a good place to see a game, honestly. It's crowded, it's hard to get around. There's a bunch of people who are like, not really even focused on the game, and, yeah, I know it's Wrigley and everything, but as far as least favorites, that's honestly probably my least favorite. Dang it. Well, we did a good job with our pitch count in the first inning. Not so much there.
Leading off for Colorado, the catcher, number 14, Tony Walter.
0-1's the count. One and one.
Hitting my spots today with Boyd finally. I'm going to shake that off, go fastball in here.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball two.
I'm going to stick with fastball.
Hey, two. Got a full count.
Throw the old curveball here.
Oh.
The center fielder, number 12, with
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, just the bathrooms alone, I'd vote to sell over Wrigley. I mean, again, like if you're visiting Chicago and you have a chance to go to a Cubs game, like you definitely should. If you're a baseball fan, like you got to see Wrigley. It's not a knock on like the experience or anything. It's just when you're just talking straight up stadiums like that, I'd consistently want to go to. I'd much rather go see a White Sox game. Even though I don't like the White Sox, I'm a Tiger fan, of course. They don't like me either, probably. That's cool. I like the rivalry. Yeah, I used to take the L. I mean, shootout's probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5 stops north of there. I was on like Michigan and oh my god, it's been so long. I'm trying to remember Roosevelt, like Michigan and Roosevelt area. I was up that way. So yeah, I'll just jump on the L, the old Roosevelt station, and great. It's probably the thing I miss most about Chicago is just having mass transit that's worth a damn. And it was fun when I lived there. I mean, the Tigers were good, the White Sox were good. It was a really good rivalry, and like the cool part is like all the White Sox people I'd meet are just good baseball people. Like we'd sit there and heckle each other, but at the end of the day, by the end of the game, we're all just talking baseball and like just having a beer together. Like there's just really, really cool crowd at the White Sox games. At least in my experience. But I had some good buddies who were Cub fans too, and not every Cub fan's like a passive. Like that was kind of the stereotype of like, oh, they just don't really care. It's more like going to a fraternity party at Wrigley, and like I know a lot of Cub fans who are like, I mean, they're die-hard baseball guys. You definitely get a lot of fair weather Cub fans, but a lot of teams have that, not just the Cubs. But Wrigley Field's still fun. I mean, going to day games and stuff, it's just a good time. Went on Lake Michigan afterwards.
Ball, that's inside.
Chicago's a perfect spot for someone like me. Just growing up in Michigan as a Detroit fan. It's like my teams came to town just enough. It only got to be a bummer when the Red Wings switched conferences, which was good for the Red Wings, but it sucked because Chicago was still in the West. And so there was only one game a year at that point that I could go to. But those are always fun too. I love going to the Blackhawk Red Wing games. Oh yeah, Roosevelt and Wabash, yeah. Like Printers Row area, kind of. Yeah, I lived right by there. Yeah, the Trader, I know exactly what you're talking about, Trader Joe and Jewel, and there's like a Potbelly's right there. Yeah, I lived right there, right on Michigan. Just south. So I was technically like Michigan and like 13th, I guess it was. A lot of dead last rankings in the American League. This team just can't hit. Yeah, Chicago's good stuff. I need to get back there.
The third baseman.
It's been too long. Come on, Jamer. Hasn't played in a while.
Ball, that's inside.
Good pitch there.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Count is 3-1.
Dog's over here sneezing and snoring and everything else. Gosh, that's terrible. So there's the fielder slider working a little bit there. Still recovers to make the play. Are you okay? Are you gonna die? She's just so sneezing like 700 times. Looking for something up in the zone here. Try to... that was a fastball over this one. Just looking to, again, line drive it. Just get it out in the outfield. That's too high. It's one of the trickiest things to do, I think, is when you're looking in a certain area, still laying out the balls in that area. Yeah, he's too slow. It's a bit dramatic. He probably could have just set his feet and thrown and got him out.
Left fielder. Harold. Castro.
You guys tried the Ryden's Legends roster? I haven't downloaded it yet. I'm not a big roster person, honestly. I love his work and everything, but I grab an opening day roster and I just get going. But I've seen a lot of people on Twitter talking about it, and it looks pretty cool. It'd be cool to do like just a simulated franchise, see what happens.
Nope, that's inside.
Castro had a walk in the first. Just constantly getting on base for us, which is great. That's what I'm looking for. Just a little too late though.
I got to count 2-2.
Goodness. Just keeps freezing me today. What's up, Sal? Hey, thanks. Yeah, I think 1.6 is good. I mean, like I said, it's not that there's so many moving things happening. The game's getting patches. We're getting better or maybe worse at the game, and as your season starts to progress, your players start dynamically, their ratings are changing. That's why people are like, oh, can I adjust this one thing? And yeah, of course. It's impossible for me to know. I should open up like a clinic or something, just have people send me their files and be like, well, I can diagnose it, but, you know, I'm going to take a look, I guess. That's really what I do. It's a lot of stat-driven stuff. It's a nice shot. I try not to base it on just feel. Some of the feel stuff I'll base off of what you guys share in like the slider thread, but I'll be careful here with Arenado. right at him. Thank goodness.
Now batting, the right fielder, Charlie Blackman.
0-0 game today. After 11-5 yesterday with the exact same settings. So again, just goes to show, sample size matters.
Ball,
Ooh, come
inside.
on.
2 balls, no strikes.
Come on, Boyd. Alright, big critique for the game this year is like games like this though, 0-0 game, as this starts to get later, you as the human are going to have a huge advantage because you're just better at managing your bullpen, you're better at just strategic baseball, you know, ninth inning and tie game, bunting guys over the right way, or, you know, whatever it is you're trying to do, it's a huge advantage. And let's say that probably a lot of different games, but that's, if I could give one piece of feedback, I think it'd be, adjusting the bullpen AI, but also just kind of just make them more aggressive, make the management just more, like, this is a tie game, I'm bringing in my closer in the 7th or 8th inning, I don't give a damn. I would love to see that sort of thing. It'd be really, really cool. Or just give us some sliders to adjust that sort of thing. Out of the Park has that. That's a nice hit. So with Out of the Park baseball, you can adjust so many settings. Like you can create different eras of baseball. Like you can create the dead ball era
Now batting,
and things like that. So it'll just be nice little adjustments.
Story.
3 walks, 2 Ks. There's Trevor Story. Good grief. Gotta be careful here. I've turned 2 double plays already.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Nerve-wracking whenever he swings the bat. Freaks me out.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'm only hitting 235 though. He's good as a chase.
That's a ball. 2-2 the count.
Oh! I think Ilario's our best third baseman too. So there's, see that little error there? That'll be scored an error. And that's at default. But he's not a good left fielder.
Now batting,
He's not a good fielder to begin with, and left field's like a secondary position for him. So it's the first time all year he's played left field. So that's actually a very realistic error. Look at that. That ball almost hits off the plate and gets all the way past our left fielder. So did they score it? And no, they didn't score that in error. They should have. That should have been a single on a 1-base error. No. Boy, you gotta start striking some guys out. Just later in the game, you can consider walking the bases loaded, but giving up 1 run isn't the worst thing. There we go. Strike this guy out. Come on.
One ball, 2 strikes the count. Got him.
the batter number 7, second baseman, Brendan Rogers.
Just gonna throw a change up here.
No ball, 2 strikes.
I'm surprised he even hit that. I tried to put that way out of the zone. Oh, 0-0. I'm sorry, 1-0.
Leading up for the Tigers, the first baseman, Miguel
Nope, that's the ball.
Still got some power against lefties, 61 power.
Ball, that's inside. That's ball 3. 3-0. Ball 4.
Now batting, the designated hitter, DJ Lowe.
That's the ball.
Just looking for something over the middle of the plate, so I can no longer look there exclusively.
Ball. 2-0. 1 strike.
Oh, good grief, I was ahead of that one.
2 strikes.
Get through. Should be a hit at least.
He's out.
Nope. Can we challenge it?
Now batting, catcher, Jake
That was close.
Rogers.
Ball, that's out. Ball. Three ball, no strike. Hey.
Oh, that was creeping back over. This is trying to foul it off.
Now batting, the center fielder, Victor Reyes.
Ball, that's out. Look out, 1-1.
It's trying to aim up. I'm not sure why my cursor isn't moving. Swung too early again. One hitter. Jeez, after scoring 11 runs yesterday.
Leading off with the Rockies, the left fielder, number 1.
Out.
The catcher, number 14, Tony Walker.
Ball, that's low. Ball 2. Ahí. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I'm going to change up here. Not striking anybody out today. We had 10 yesterday as a team. Just a couple today.
The center fielder, number 12.
And some of that's just, again, having trouble hitting the meter with Boyd.
The first baseman, number 9, Daniel Murphy.
Hey. All 1's the count. Off the plate, ball 1.
I get the bats going. Everybody's favorite.
Leading up for the Tigers, the right fielder, Cameron Maybin.
We're hitting balls. Just when we do, they go right at guys.
Shortstop, Nico.
But when you're a bad team, that's the ratings kind of taking over a little bit there. And so I think for teams who have telling me like, oh, we're just crushing the ball, I'm killing it. Oh, you're probably a really good team. That's some of it.
Nope.
That's when I said it's important to really just adjust on your own situations a little bit here and there. Oh, there's a terrible swing. 2 quick outs, just like that. Taking bad swing.
Now batting, the third baseman, Javier Candelario.
Let's try to look for something up in the zone here. All right, we'll take it. Just dropped in.
Now back, the second baseman, Jordy Lester.
Just like that, manufacturer run there. 2 swings with 2 outs.
Now batting, the left fielder, Harold Castro.
Look for something down here.
Ball match out front.
Ooh. Oh, bummer. Thought that was going to carry to the wall, or I didn't think he'd catch it at least. I can't believe we can't skip or turn these off yet. Especially, like, you don't even have the commentary on. This just makes your game look bad. Plus, people hate it. Those are 2 really good reasons.
Leading off to the left, the third baseman, Lowe Arenado.
Hey! 1-1.
Oh, lucky. He's gonna kill that.
I got to count 2-2. Three balls, 2 strikes.
This is 3rd strikeout, but
The right fielder, number 19, Charlie Blackman.
I forgot to show you guys some of the draftees I've been looking at. Remind me at the end of the stream, we can take a look.
Oh, that looks good.
Oh, he's starting to run out of gas really quickly today.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
Whew, just stayed in.
Be safe.
The bat,
Probably going to be it. Probably intentionally walk and then go to the bullpen.
now batting, designated hitter, Brian McMahon. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Tigers.
It's been awesome.
Number 65.
2 relievers are slotted to, very early, but slotted to make the All-Star game for this team. He's one of them. He's right in the chase.
The batter number 7, second baseman.
That's why they need like a separate slider set for relievers and starters in this game. And that's why I kicked up the starter stamina, thinking it might have a little bit to do with that, which I think it does. Or it could be something like the pitcher quirks for like knee buckler or cheesy. They're just really, really powerful.
1 ball, 1 strike. The count is 1 and 2.
Yes, sir, Slovenia. You see little things like that, right? I said a tight game, you're going to be at a huge advantage because the AI in a tie game in that situation probably wouldn't bring in their best reliever. They just bring in the next guy in line or whoever's the most rested and by hitting a double off them or whatever. It's a bummer. If you're really into baseball, it's kind of an eyesore for the game, honestly.
Ball 1, no strike.
Be a good time for Miguel's first home run of the year. Did I just call it? Guys, that's pretty good. You guys gotta give me props for that.
Now batting, the designated hitter, DJ Lowe.
Nope, ball 1. No, that's down.
Ah, dang it.
Now batting, catcher, Jake Rogers.
Outside, that's a ball. Ball, that's down. Ball 3.
Gave it a nice ride, but just gotta get those ratings up.
Up next to the
He'll get there. He's still pretty young.
the center fielder, Victor Reyes.
Yeah, he's just been cold, cold, cold.
Oh and 1. Ball. I got to count 1 and 2. Ball 2.
Close to 90 pitches here, which is about where you want to be in the 6th. Ooh, there's a throwing error. So again, we didn't touch that slider. So there's our 1 error so far per game that we're looking to see, on average. He's a good fielder too. Not sure what happened. Pretty standard play. Let's see if we can take advantage.
Ball 1.
He's good, he's good, he's good.
Deep 6.
Got that slow delivery, and he's got a hitch. Take advantage of guys like that. Even though he's only got 30-something steal, he's quick enough. Doesn't have to get a perfect jump. But again, little things like that, right, that the AI is probably not doing that you're able to do as the user to give you an advantage. So just little things in tight games. It's probably one of the reasons why I have a pretty bad Tiger team hovering around 500. It's just doing things like that.
Leading off for Colorado, the left fielder, number 1.
Well, it's a tight game. I don't mind leaving our best guy in. He's only thrown 7 pitches. We still have a couple more innings to get through here until the 9th, so.
Ball 2. Hey, 2. 2-2 count.
Oh my gosh. Same exact thing.
Catcher, number 14, Tony Walker.
Nope. That's inside. No, he's safe. He's out.
The center fielder, number 12, Chris Lowe.
1-1. Count 1-0. Exactly. Ball. Down. Hey. Nope. Ball 4. That's it.
Wasn't trying to walk him. Gives us a force out, but it also nearly guarantees Arenado is going to bat this inning with guys on base, which that's what I was trying to avoid. This will be Cedeno's last batter here, so we can really let it loose. Oh, come on. Oh, great pitch.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Got him off balance. That's good. Oof. Try to sneak the fastball by him. Tie game.
Up next for Colorado is the third baseman, Lowe.
Damn, curveball probably would have struck him out.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Tigers, number 45, Buck Farmer.
Wow. Okay, that got ball. Oh, come on. You got your 6'4". Ooh, there's an error. That's funny, I kicked up fielding error, and now we're getting all these throwing. What is going on? Where are they throwing the ball to? Wow.
The right fielder,
Okay.
19,
What on earth just happened there? That is one of the strangest plays I've ever seen in this game. We only got one error on that play, amazingly. So Miguel Cabrera, but you know what? Fielding reaction down, so I'm okay. That ball gets through. Probably catches that on default. Good hitter though. Now he's got a terrible arm, but he gets the ball in. Here, there's not even really a need to make a throw. He's playing out of position technically. He's a shortstop, secondary, second baseman. Really doesn't need to rush that. This, I don't know, it's not really a play. Just sails that ball. Just, okay, that happens. And then once again, we have our guy who's not our normal left fielder. He's never played left field, I don't think, at all this year. Phil Castro. He's a utility guy. Well, that's the end of the replay. It doesn't let me go any further. as we saw, he airmails it over here, and all the runs score. Yikes. Well, that escalated rather quickly.
No, that's low.
That was some dirty baseball. I mean, I'm fine with it. It's just, I've just never seen it. I mean, it was kind of quirky baseball, I guess, if anything, but I don't know. I'm sure. Hell, if you go on YouTube, I'm sure you can find games with 2 throwing errors in one play, even though we only got charged for 1. I doubt the game has deep enough script that can track multiple errors on a play. A play is either a hit, an out, or an error, is how I'm guessing they programmed it, right? It doesn't really record a sequence of series, just kind of a series. So that'd be my guess. Oh boy, oh boy.
Ball 1. Ball 1.
But
no
hey,
strike.
I mean, we'll still take 2 out of 3 if we lose this one, so can't win them all.
Hey. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Ball. I got to count 2 and 2.
Should be able to strike him out on the slider outside now. Nope, over the plate.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Yeah, agreed. And again, I mean, I can show you guys, we talked about Harold Castro, who's just been awesome for us with the bat. He's in left field today. He's not a very good fielder, but he has a good arm. So that's what's weird. And you can see outfield's a secondary position, so he's not completely clueless out there. I'm surprised the throw is just so bad. And I wonder if someone that's just like situational awareness or something, which would be really, really cool, but I don't know. There's no like awareness rating or anything like that. Maybe he's just not used to. Well, I think this is a day game actually. It's a Wednesday, so it should be a night game. But I don't know. Yeah, that was weird. It was costly as well. Very, very costly. So there's your errors. You don't have to worry about seeing errors apparently now. 3 errors in this game. So they go to their bullpen. Let's not lose focus here and adjust these back. 3 runs is not insurmountable.
Number 47, Game Hazard.
Have I ever seen a triple play? I think the only time I've seen a triple play is like on a hit and run with nobody out, first and second. They set a runner or something like that. But I don't know if the AI's even ever done that. I know it's happened to me. So facing another lefty here, I just want to get a quick look at James Pezos. Pretty good. Got a good sinker pitch there. Sinker cutter, so a lot of stuff will be coming kind of in towards us.
1-0. No
one even liked my called Miguel Cabrera home run. You guys are all over all the errors my team commits, but he hasn't had a home run all season, and I called it the pitch before. Come on. Man, we are just getting eaten up on the corners today. Again, reaction at 4, sometimes it gets through Glover. Good grief. Let's try to just poke something in the right field here.
The batter, number 9.
Oh.
Jordy Munster.
He's out.
So crazy game today. Hey, Jeff.
Leading off for the Rockies, the designated hitter, Ryan McMahon.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching
see if we get Joe back on track again.
number 77.
He's
Joe.
actually struggled against righties. That kind of tells me it's probably just a weird coincidence. He's getting the lefties out, so.
Nope, that's the ball. I got 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Ball 2. 2-2 the count. Three.
The batter number 7, second baseman.
Here's your starters.
Rogers.
Back when the game wasn't completely weird and out of control.
All ones the count.
Ooh,
No balls.
good
2
stuff
strikes.
today.
I got the count 1 and 2.
Now batting, number 1.
Hey.
Should have a swing and miss on this one. Nope,
1 and 1.
out of the zone.
Inside, ball 2.
Man, that corner's been killing us today.
The catcher, number 14, Tony Walker.
Ooh, that
Count
pitch.
1 and 0. Hey. Foul.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for
Another
the
lefty.
Rockies, number 66, Zach Roscoe. Leading up for the Tigers,
It's a bit wild.
the left fielder,
Castro's got a pretty good eye, so.
Castro.
That's the ball. Ball 1, no
Let's
strike.
take a strike here.
No, that's down. Huh? That's ball 3.
Alright, well, good strategy so far. Might even take 2 pitches here, lefty on lefty. And 3 chances to walk us. I think I'll take again. And I'll bring in Deathridge. There's a pinch from runner, perhaps. No, we'll get ahead of ourselves here. Oh, I thought that was going to go out. No, I stood there. Eventually threw 3 strikes. Oh, goodness. How was I late on that? I'll take it. I saw the slider. I thought for sure that was going to... I don't know. It just didn't move like I thought. That slider just hung up there. Alright, well. We don't really need a pinch runner here. 3-run game, so there's a good chance if we do win, Cabrera will end up batting again. 1-run game, I'd definitely be going to the pinch runner, but... Oh, that was almost a double play. Oh, good grief. That's not a good swing. Swung where it started to break, not where it ended up. I can't stand Cabrera here. He's got too good of a K per 9, and if I miss it, it's an automatic double play, so...
Now batting, catcher, Lowe.
Oh,
0-1.
I thought that was a changeup. Still would have missed it.
Inside, 0-1. Nope.
Here, we'll take it. Into a single.
Now back, center fielder, Victor. Right
Boy, Reyes is due for a hit. If it was a 1-run game, he's a good bunter, but it's going to let him hit here. Jeez. I don't want to risk the out at third. It's a little too slow.
Oh, we got it.
The right fielder, number 4, Cameron Maybe. Your attention, please.
Another lefty. How many lefties these guys have?
Number 63.
That's seriously crazy.
Collins.
That's outside.
Had 2 home runs in yesterday's game. Oh, damn. Right over that. Fast though, but still got him. Damn. Did we get 1 that inning? And we still got a shot. So we'll bring in the closer here just to keep it a 2-run game. Plus they have the top of the order coming up, so another good reason to bring him in. 12 for 12 in saves. Not a save opportunity today. Alright, see how it goes.
Well. Count 2-1.
Oof. Bomb. I hit that right on the meter too. Well, he's not invincible. Any Tiger fan will remember the days of Jose Valverde, who was just like, was he 47 for 47 that one year in saves? But if they brought him in non-save situations, he had like a 7-something ERA. Like, he was just awful. And every one of his saves were truly roller coaster-esque. Like, he would get the job done, but it'd be like runners on second and third with like 1 out, and you're like, what is going on? And then he'd strike a guy out, get a pop-up or something every damn game. Well, I'd rather have him do it in this game than in a game we're winning by a run. So.
Number 9, Daniel Murphy.
That's out.
Just catch that. Thank you.
Up next for Colorado, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Ooh, got him to chase.
0-1. One ball, one strike.
It's pretty wild today.
The count is 1-2.
Off day for the Tigers tomorrow. I'll be streaming again Sunday at the very latest. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. Probably not. Probably Friday or Saturday. Again, everything's still locked down, so.
That's the ball.
Saturday mornings have been pretty solid. Maybe we'll do a college football one Saturday. Or I know people wanted to see more of the head coach one.
Ball, that's out.
Ready for week 1 of the Raiders franchise there, so that'll be fun. Tell you what, the 1.6 has made the game fun again, though, which is good. Again, there's just some things I can't patch. I can't make the game smarter. Can't make them manage the bullpen better. I can't make them... I can't have defensive players learn new positions when they've played an entire season's worth there. But we try to fix the other stuff. Well, this guy, you know, again, I'd much rather you give up a home run. I thought they patched that, and it keeps showing the wrong guy in the little graphic with the home run. It always shows the last out. Which is so weird, because, like, that was never an issue before, now it's an issue. It's just very strange, but a lot of code in games. One little line gets moved around.
Now pitching for Colorado, number 45.
So is this their closer? Yeah, he's 10 for 10, so he's had a good year, too. Scott Oberg. Take a look at him. Can be a little wild.
The shortstop.
I'd actually really like to try and pinch hit here, but how do we do it? Some people, though. Let's save him. This is the guy we called up from the minors. He's just for some speed. I don't believe he's ever played in the majors. He just pinch ran in the game yesterday for us. Christian Stewart, I really want someone to get a base here. Nico Goodrum's just not really a on-base guy. If it was a one-run game, I wouldn't mind. Oh, he's got okay discipline. We're just going to stick with it. It's not like we have much better options. Really, my best option might be to try and put something over there.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
Fastball, slider, changeup. Yeah, I chased it, but I was trying to put that outside. I'm going to go contact swing here, which I rarely do. Jeez, still struck out. Yeah, I didn't think Nico Goodrum would be a good matchup there, but...
Now batting.
Saves leaders in the National League. That graphic looks a lot better than last year. Good job, guys. Much better. Actually interesting to look at. It's the same thing here. I can just try to get on base. So, of course, I'm assuming most people know, but here you're just looking for an outside pitch, swinging a little bit late at it, or swinging late, drive it to left field. I'm just leaving stuff like that well alone. Waited a little too long there. No contact swing again. You can still put pitches there to left field. Again, just gotta swing late.
I got the count. 2-2.
Oh, I thought that was a fastball. No, not a very dramatic ninth inning so far.
The second baseman, Jordy.
Can I get down? It is. Jordan Hurster's just been a really good player for us. I'm curious to see how the game handles it. Like, will the game value him because he's putting up pretty good stats if I try to trade him, or are they going to look at his ratings and be like, he's like a 60-something. He's just been a good player for us. Keeps the game alive. There we go. Harold Castro in a good matchup here.
Counts 1-0.
He's hitting .615 with runners in scoring position. Is that legit? Wow. Way behind on that one.
Ball in.
That's going to do it. Alright, let's look at some analysis. I'll show you guys some of the prospects we're looking at, because again, the draft's getting about 3 weeks away. Are they doing the draft in Major League Baseball this year? I haven't been keeping up on that. They're still going to do it, or I mean, obviously they'll be doing it virtual, but... So Rockies win 6-3. A game that was 0-0 for a long time, and then 2-1 Tigers for a little while. That 4-run 7th inning, and then solo shot in the 9th. So 9 strikeouts and 5 walks for the Rockies. 9 hits. Let's check their batting average ball in play. I'm using fueledbysports.com. Their batting average ball in play there. No affiliation. Some sports gaming or anything like that. Just, that's the random one I came up with. That's worked really well. So 34 at bats, 9 hits, home runs, just the one. 1 home run. Sacrifice flies. That's a sacrifice hit, so that doesn't count. strikeouts. 9 strikeouts. So they had a batting average ball in play of 333. So again, especially for a game that was quite low scoring and kind of uneventful for a while, they still actually hit above kind of the league average there. If you look at the rest of them, they had the 2 errors from Arenado. I'm sorry, just 1 error, but the 2nd error on the season. Starter, I mean, their pitching did fine. They got the job done. 8 strikeouts, 3 walks. The Tigers, we had 2 doubles and a home run, so again, a good ratio there. They had, I forgot to count those, a ton of doubles. Wow. 6 doubles. So when they were hitting the ball, they were hitting it hard. Let's take a look at Detroit's batting average ball in play here. We have 34 at bats, 7 hits, 1 home run, and we did have a sacrifice fly, and we had 8 strikeouts. So ours was 231, so again, ours was lower. I scored 11 runs yesterday, same exact sliders, same 2 teams. Boyd pitched much better. He was a little bit wild. Definitely kept us in the game. 2 of those runs were unearned. Actually, we had 3 unearned runs today, Cedeno and Farmer. And that's why we lost. So 3 unearned runs. So our bullpen continues to pitch pretty well. Cedeno and Vizcaino just been crazy good. Joe Jimenez. Oh, had a nice day. But yeah, tough loss, but they hit the ball better than we did. 59% strikes for them. First pitch, 50, quite low. 59, first pitch for us, also quite low, 51. And it happens. 11% foul balls for us, 11 for them. Again, those were both low. Total swings and misses, we were at 26%. So again, just a tick high. They're at 36. Theirs was pretty high. So, but again, just something to keep an eye on. They just weren't fouling off as many pitches, and our bullpen's kind of geared for swing and misses, so that can definitely happen. So the Tigers fall. They're 3 games below 500 now. I think we're 17-20, so we're 37 games in, almost a quarter of the way through the season at this point. So hard to believe it's gone pretty quickly. And best news of the day, we unlocked Will Crow. I know everyone's really pumped that we now have Will Crow, a card that I will just sit in my inventory for months on end. Let's see. So I said we wanted to look at some of the draftees. Let's advance the day then. Actually, might as well do the off day. Maybe we can get some more scouting information back on some guys. Because as much as I'm really, really wanting to draft a hitter, because we have some decent pitching in our system, the problem is a lot of the top players I'm seeing are pitchers. So I don't think we need to adjust anything, right? Yeah, we're good there. So yeah, just kind of a weird thing, I guess. Okay, so he's no longer injured. You can just put him on the bench. I'll take care of it. For the minors, go ahead and auto-utilize. Turn that crap off. By the way, again, you can skip any audio in this game just by hitting R3. I don't know. Actually, I never tried it on Howdy Wide. I don't think it works for that. Let's see if there's any transactions going on. So the Cubs send down a player, which means somebody must be back from injury. Yep, Chris Bryant's back. Some minor league injuries going on. That's all that's happening there. We'll look at the scouting here. Let me might as well advance past our off day here. Probably not a ton of games today, but I guess I could have just done this the regular way. Let's see how many. Make sure we don't have too many complete games going on. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so Derek Hill sustained an injury. You can keep him active. Taz Cameron sustained an injury. You can keep him active too. So now I'm actually ahead of the real life schedule, but off day tomorrow, which for my own sanity I try to build in for myself. So the Rockies have brought up a left fielder. Angels have brought up a relief pitcher. Cleveland's brought up a left fielder. So again, we're mostly getting some guys back. And sure enough, there we go. Or no, those are minor league guys. So Chris Owings got hurt. Huh. Oh, that must have been the game after we played. Domingo Santana hurt. Camber Drozian hurt for the Angels. So what I usually do, if I see a guy go on the 60-day, one of the things that I'll do is I'll just go take a look at their team and just say, well, could they use a free agent signing? So they brought up Ryan Butcher. He's a 71. He's their only lefty, so I'm actually okay with that. Because he's not bad. If he was like a 50-something, I'd probably look to go sign them a free agent. But they don't have anything in their bullpen that's like train wreckish bad or anything, so I'm actually okay with that. And they really do need a lefty, so that is fine. So we got Jonathan Scope back. That's good news for us. We can put him back into his spot there. So scouting, let me just save this really quick. Yeah, I can show you what things you're looking at as far as scouting going towards the draft here a few weeks away. I keep going back and forth. While I will tell all my scouts to be like, okay, forget it. Go and just start searching for people. But they just, they're searching and searching, and eventually they will hit the end. But I had to start getting them scouting some guys. Like, we're getting down to 3 weeks, and we have to start scouting some of these guys that were popping up who looked really good. So we have Andy Kahn, who is our best pitcher scout by far. And he is looking at a guy, Hal Brown, who looked really good. Right now, he's still being scouted. His ETA has gone up to that dreaded plus sign that we try not to have to see, but still really good potential. But again, his hits per 9 is looking a little bit scary right now. He's looking a little bit more pedestrian-like for a top pick. But again, his scouting's still going on. But he was a guy I was quite excited to see when he came through. He looked really, really good. So I'm hoping to see at least 6'5", 202, already 22. So this is a guy who could probably play like next year even. And so again, velocity's got some room for growth for sure, stamina. So we'll see what his scouting report looks like. Then we have Mikey Krause, our scout. He's our best positional scout. And he is scouting a guy named Ray Stanford, no relation to Ray Lankford. But he's a center fielder. Again, his estimated time has been bumped out to a plus. But I saw this guy. He originally had like 80 fielding, 80 reaction with that 80 speed and steal. And for Comerica Park, I was like, wow, this guy looks pretty cool. He does have the high injury risk. But he was the guy that I just knew I had to get a better look at. And again, coming back, probably not a guy I would pick in the first round, but maybe second round, he'd be a really good fit for our park. He's 21, but he's really never going to be much of a hitter. So maybe if this is the guy sitting around in the third round, there's only 5 rounds in this game, I believe now. I think that's what it still is. So anyway, we're looking at him. Another starting pitcher that I really liked is this guy here, Jermaine Burroughs. Just to back up and take a look. So he's still projected to be 2022 ready. He's an 80-65, so his reports are still looking pretty strong. His hits per 9, his K per 9, and his home run per 9 have gone down since scouting. But again, we're still looking to get some of that feedback. He's got another pretty nice frame, 6'3", 189, average injury. And again, he's going to have nice velocity. His breaks just incredible, which is something that really, really helps with the AI Ks. Striking out the AI is the break rating. Not just the overall, but the actual individual pitch ratings help with that too. So those are some guys we're looking at. Again, we still have at least one scouting positions, but we can just go back and just start to sort and see if there's anybody else who catches our eye. I'm looking for guys who are, let's go by potential, and then also see if there's any guys who aren't scouted who have. There's no plus basically next to this. So Greg Stanley, he looks pretty solid. Outfielder, lefty hitter. Can play anywhere in the outfield. Got great range as an outfielder. After this last game, again, it wouldn't hurt to have a good left fielder. So he actually looks pretty good. Plate vision and discipline are a little underwhelming. But he's a guy I'll want to take a look at soon. Chet Blum looks interesting. 70-80. Another left fielder who can play anywhere. Really good fielder again. Really, this guy looks even better. He's just got a little bit more untapped potential. Bats left. So Chet Blum looks really good. Alfred McNeil, again, looks like a pretty darn good hitter. Bats right, throws left. So we're starting to see some good hitters pop up now. I'm ignoring all these plus people for now. Here's another pitcher, JT Curry. Again, he looks pretty darn good, but that injury risk could be a little bit troublesome. But he looks good. So there's lots of guys. I think we've already looked at Hideo Akita. We looked at him previously. So he is a guy I'll still want to scout. Ethan Gallo. We looked at him on a previous stream, I believe. There's a lot of good players. And that's why we had to start taking a look at some of these guys. We can't let the draft sneak up and have no scouting reports on these top guys. So got to get moving. Lots of guys to look at. 3 weeks to go or so. Len McClain, again, another pretty solid-looking starting pitcher here. There are a lot of guys. Marco Chavez, but hit for 9 is a little scary. Could see him being a relief pitcher, maybe. But in this game, unfortunately, I don't think they'll ever adjust. It'd be cool if the IA did that, right? If they switched starters to relief pitchers and vice versa. CJ Rowan, right fielder, again, pretty solid across the board. There are so many guys with 80 potential. This is crazy. Again, allegedly 80 potential. Greg Medina, first third, but we've seen him before. A really good hitter. He'd be really good for Comerica Park at the big gaps. Really, really good. And certainly has enough power, so he's a guy I wouldn't mind taking a look at. Look at all these guys. There we go. Finally to the end. So Vladimir Delgado, first baseman, and a corner outfielder. Again, good hitter. He'd be really nice for Comerica, just not a ton of power. But still, definitely a guy, low injury rating. So that's nice. So, again, lots of players. We're not really looking too closely at any trades just yet. It's still a little bit early. Don't really know what this team's looking for or what we're going to be doing. Again, some guys we have on the block there, to some veterans that if somebody throws us an offer, cool, we can take a look. Let's do be curious, like if a team would even try and give us something for Miguel Cabrera. So if we just said we want prospects, it's probably going to say there's nothing. Yeah, no trades were found. What about for veterans? Probably get something, but it's just going to be a bunch of other bad contracts. So there's only one trade, and it would be with the Padres. No thanks. So cancel on that. What about Jordan Zimmerman, who's actually been doing okay. Huge contract though, so yeah, they're not going to do anything. Nobody wants Jordan. That's good though. I'm actually glad to see that. We were looking at Jordy Mercer as another guy. Probably get something for him. He's pretty cheap. Yeah, so there's some teams interested. There's a ton of teams interested. So we could definitely move Jordy Mercer when the time comes. I think Ivan Novo is another guy. Oh, there he is. Oops, let's take off. So yeah, we can get something for Nova too. But Zimmerman at least expires. We're gonna probably have Cabrera for a while. He's doing okay. He can still hit. It's just a lot of money, but just the one bad contract. So, but anyway, that's what's going on in my franchise. Again, we're 17-20. We're gonna be playing Cleveland next as we look ahead. So, one day ahead of the real life schedule. Our next off day is not for a while, not until the following Monday. So, for a 3-game series with Cleveland and Minnesota, and then we head to Seattle. Head to the Northwest basically for a 5-game road trip. A couple off days that week. So Yeah, let me check the chat, see if I missed anything. Check us out though, simsportsgaming.com. That's where we're hosting all these streams, and of course on YouTube you can check out the website for, again, different channels we have going on, but subscribe to the YouTube channel too, and that'll ping you when we get started. It's 6 rounds now. Okay. Hey, what's up, Tizo? And so, yeah, I'll keep streaming this though. Again, I don't know. I know I'll be streaming Sunday. That's a day I've been trying to keep with, is Wednesdays and Sundays. I'll probably stream again at some point this weekend, just because there's not a whole lot going on. But yeah, that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Mike Lowe. You can follow me on Twitter at MikeLowe47. And again, thank you for subscribing. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the feedback. And check out the 1.6 sliders. They are up in the vault. They've gotten really, really great ratings so far. So thanks for that. And I hope you're enjoying the show and that the sliders are helping. And I'll see you next time.